Good evening, my friends. I come to you tonight because I want to ask you a question. Have you ever looked in the mirror and have seen someone you didn't recognize? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about because your face had changed, but because your soul feels weighed down. Maybe your soul's changed a little bit. Maybe it's because of it's an echo of some bad things you've done, or regret or pain. Or even worse, maybe bad things have been done to you. And I use this phrase, bad things, because, just recently I was introduced to a song by a band called I Prevail, right? And it speaks of shame, addiction, and guilt, and even brokenness. And it's pretty raw, and I think also honest in the fact that I think that there's some people who scream this in silence. I've done bad things, and what if I can't be fixed? I know I felt that way before, and at many times. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's felt that way, right? But I'm here to tell you today, you can be fixed, not by perfection, not by pretending either, but by a Savior who breaks chains, right? You see, this is not a new struggle. This is not a 21st century struggle. Thousands of years ago, entire nations were lost by their own bad things, by violence, idolatry, destruction. In the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 tells us that instead of erasing them instantly, God showed patience. He gave them space, right? He offered them mercy. Why? Because his heart was always ready to redeem them. Because even when we are caught in our bad things, God sees the possibility of transforming us. He waits, not because he approves of our brokenness, but because he believes in our healing, right? Now think about that. If God had mercy on nations drenched in darkness, how much mercy does he have for you, his children? For the one who looks in the mirror and feels unworthy. For the one carrying the weight of regret like chains. You see, God's patience, it's not permission, it's power. It's his way of saying, you're not finished, you're not defined by your past, and you're not stuck in your shame. I have greater things for you. You see, every sunrise is proof of that mercy. Every breath in your lungs is evidence of that grace. He gives you another chance because he believes you can rise. You see, you're not defined by the bad things you've done. You are not your failures. You're not the worst thing you've ever done. And you're most definitely not the worst thing that has ever been done to you. I need you to hear that. There's someone here that needed to hear that. You are the beloved of a God who specializes in restoration of his children. And when the world whispers, I've done bad things, heaven thunders back, my grace is greater. Chains don't get the final word. Regret doesn't get the final word. Shame doesn't get the final word. Mercy does. Our Redeemer does. So I ask you again, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see someone who is broken beyond all repair? Or do you see someone who God has called higher? Someone who still has time. Someone whose story isn't over. You see, this is your moment to rise. This is your moment to step out of the grip of those bad things and into greater things God has already prepared for you. Because yes, That song may cry out, I've done bad things. But your life can sing beautifully, louder, I have been redeemed. I have been restored. And I have been set free. The question is, will you keep listening to the whisper of shame? Or will you rise to the roar of God's grace? The world may glorify bad things, but our God is calling you to greater things. And today, my friends, you get to choose. Which one are you going to choose today? Let's go be the mission.